Hello YouTube, Star Wars fans and collectors. Today I want to make a little video about EFX again. It's been a little over a year since I made my first video ever for YouTube, expressing my feelings on how disappointing EFX has been to Star Wars collectors who collect replicas, helmets, blasters, lightsabers, whatever. And not just in the Star Wars group, but in collecting in general. Since then, since I made that video, they have released, if I'm not mistaken, 2 products. But keep in mind, these 2 products they had talked about for years and years. And that was the Biker Scout helmet, which a lot of fans were not happy with what they got, because there's a big gap in between the mask and the helmet itself. And then you have the Millennium Falcon. There's a smaller version of it. I don't want to say die-cast, but EFX has done it again. They've done it again. It don't make sense to me to make something like a Star Destroyer. At first they said it was going to be $5,000 when they were interviewed when this thing first went on. Now it's went from $5,000 to $16,000. What the hell? Who can afford that? I mean, I know there are some people who can, but the majority of collectors probably can't. And that to me is way too much money for something like that. It's just, maybe I'm not business minded, but the way I look at it would be produce something like a Vader TIE Fighter, which I've been wanting for years. Produce something that may cost $1,000 or $1,500. Not something that you got to take out a mortgage for or get a second mortgage on the house to get. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've said it before and I say it again. EFX sucks. And they suck bad. Of course, I'm not saying nothing that people don't probably already know. But here's my point I want to drive home. Don't buy their products. What, EFX has products? Yes, they do. They have stupid Han Solo dice. Okay? You can get that from other companies. Don't buy it from EFX. They chromed a Stormtrooper helmet. They chromed a Vader helmet. This is stuff that they can do real quick to get some revenue in. As long as you buy their crap, and that's what I call it, crap, because it's just an anniversary thing. It's something they can just throw together and get some money, but it ain't really, you know, it's Star Wars, but it's not movie accurate. It's a commemorative piece. The Han Solo dice, yes, that's different, but you can get that from other companies. It's just something they threw together, a quick thing to get revenue in. As long as collectors buy their little, I want to think of a word. As long as collectors buy their little gimmick products instead of a real product like a blaster or a lightsaber or all that, if they were to do that, fine. But if they're going to do these gimmick products, all you're doing is helping them stay in business. Don't buy it. If you want to, I mean, I don't want to repeat myself about all this, but if you watch my first video, everything still stands. They have not, the Last Jedi is come and gone. They ain't, as far as I know, they ain't produced one thing other than Han Solo's dice, which they haven't. They said they were going to put out products that the prop, if I'm not mistaken, was it the prop store that had Rey's staff and Chewbacca's crossbow and all that other stuff. They were going to, fill in orders for that. Okay, we're still waiting. We're still waiting, EFX. Y'all suck. Y'all, I mean, they're a horrible, horrible company that just makes promise after promise after promise and don't deliver. And even if the remote chance they might deliver, it's going to be a problem with the product. I can't imagine the people that ordered the Biker Scout helmet from EFX and waited 7 or 8 years to get it, and then you get a defective product. It don't make, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's simply ridiculous. Anyway, $16,000 for a Star Destroyer. I don't know. I would love to have one if they ever make it, but not for no $16,000. Hell, not even really for, I mean, $5,000 I think is worth it. $5,000 is worth it. Even for me, for that's still tough, but $16,000? No. I want Star Wars prop replicas to get under a new company. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and trust in the blood of Christ.